My beloved child, sit with me now in the quiet, for I desire to walk with you through the story of your life. Do not be afraid of what memory may bring, for when you remember with me, you do not walk alone into the halls of your past. You walk with the one who has been present from your first breath until this very moment. Every chapter of your life is known, every tear accounted for, every joy treasured, every failure met with my mercy. Nothing in your story is wasted when it is laid in my hands. Perhaps as you look back, you carry both laughter and sorrow. There are memories that warm you, faces you still cherish, seasons when life seemed to bloom with promise. And there are also places of pain, mistakes that still sting, losses that still ache, moments you wish had turned out differently. My child, let not your heart be troubled by either the brightness or the shadows, for I was in them all. I am the God who redeems, who gathers the fragments of your story and weaves them into a tapestry more beautiful than you could imagine. Do you recall the days of your youth when the world seemed wide and filled with possibility? You may remember your first steps into adulthood, the choices, the dreams, the moments when you thought you knew the path ahead. Even then, I was near, guiding quietly, protecting you more often than you realized. Those narrow escapes, those sudden changes, those doors that closed when you did not understand, each was my hand steering you toward a future you could not yet see. And when you built your life, through work, through family, through friendships, I was not distant. I rejoiced in your laughter at the table, in the sound of your children's voices, in the small victories that gave you pride. Every smile you shared, every kindness you gave, I received as worship, even when you did not call my name. And when you stumbled, when anger flared, when bitterness took root, when choices led you down thorny roads, I did not turn away. I was there in your failure, whispering mercy, keeping the door of return open wide. Some memories come with grief, don't they, beloved? Faces you miss, voices you long to hear, moments that slipped away too quickly. The empty chair at holidays, the silence where laughter used to be. These things weigh heavy. Hear me. Not one of those you love is lost to me. I hold them in my care. The separation you feel is but a shadow, not the end. Your tears are precious to me, and one day I will wipe them away forever. For now, let your grief be softened by my promise. Those you miss are not beyond my embrace, and neither are you. There may also be regrets that trouble your heart, words unsaid, kindness withheld, wrongs committed. Listen closely. I do not call you to carry regret as a chain. I call you to place it in my hands. The cross of my Son has already borne the weight of your failures. When you remember with me, you will see that mercy is greater than regret. The things you cannot change, I can redeem. The relationships you could not mend, I can heal in ways beyond your sight. What you think is lost, I can restore. Do not condemn yourself, my beloved. Receive my forgiveness and walk lighter. I also want you to remember the unseen moments, the quiet prayers whispered when no one else heard, the small acts of love you thought unnoticed, the nights you cried out to me in weakness. I saw them all. Your prayers did not vanish into silence. They rose to my throne. Your hidden faithfulness was not forgotten. It has been building treasures eternal. You may think your life has been ordinary, but when remembered with me, it shines with extraordinary beauty. For I measure not by the world's applause, but by love, by faith, by the ways you reflected my heart. Child, as you grow older, the weight of memory can sometimes feel heavy. You may feel the temptation to live in the past, or to push it away and bury it. But I say, let your memories become offerings. Place them before me as gifts, and I will transform them. Your joys will become songs of thanksgiving. Your sorrows will become seeds of compassion for others. Your regrets will become testimonies of grace. Nothing is wasted, not even the years you call broken. Do you see, beloved? Remembering with me is not simply looking back. It is seeing your story through my eyes. And through my eyes, You are not defined by failures or by fleeting seasons. You are defined by my love that has carried you through it all. Your story is not random or meaningless. It is a sacred journey, written line by line with my hand. I ask you now, will you trust me with the whole of your past? Will you bring me not only the chapters you celebrate, but also the ones you would rather forget? If you do, you will find freedom. You will no longer carry memory as a burden, but as a treasure chest of grace. And you will discover that the story is not finished. I am still writing, even now. So, take courage. Sit with me often in the quiet, and let us remember together. Let us walk the paths of your life, not with shame or fear, but with thanksgiving and peace. Let every memory remind you, I have been faithful, I am faithful still, and I will be faithful to the end. Your life, beloved, is my masterpiece. Every line, every page, every chapter, held in love, redeemed in mercy, crowned with purpose. Remember with me and you will see. Your story is safe, beautiful, and everlasting in my care. My beloved child, now that you have remembered with me, I want you to rest in this truth. You are never alone. My presence has always been your hidden strength, and it remains so now, even in the quieter seasons of your life. Though the world around you may have slowed, though voices may have grown fewer, though days sometimes feel long and silent, I am with you. I do not come and go as people do. I remain. I am nearer than the breath in your lungs and the beat of your heart. There was a time in your younger years when your days were filled with noise, the laughter of children, the demands of work, the conversations of friends. In those times, my presence often blended quietly into the background, unseen but constant, steadying you without your awareness. But now, in these later years, the world grows quieter. The voices fade, the responsibilities lighten, and in this hush, my presence speaks more clearly. Do you feel it, child? That gentle peace that settles in stillness? That is me. I know the loneliness that can touch your spirit in this season. Friends may have gone ahead into eternity, family may live far, and the pace of life may leave you feeling overlooked. Hear me. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. When the house grows silent, I am there. When your body feels weak and you wonder if anyone notices, I notice. Every sigh, every whispered prayer, every tear that falls when no one else is near, I hold them all close. You are precious to me, and my presence is your unfailing companion. There is a strength that only silence can teach. You may have once thought strength meant activity, energy, accomplishment. But now, strength takes a different form. It is the calmness of trust, the endurance of faith, the peace of surrender. These things are born in quiet places, and they are gifts I am giving you now. When you sit in your chair, when you rest in your bed, when you lift your eyes to the morning light, you are learning to live not by the noise of the world, but by the whisper of my spirit. This, my beloved, is holy strength. Do not despise the stillness. Within it, I am teaching you to listen. The world clamors with many voices, but my voice is found in gentle whispers. Recall the prophet Elijah, who looked for me in wind, earthquake, and fire, but found me instead in a still small voice. So it is with you. I am not far off. I am speaking in the quietness of your soul, reminding you of my love, assuring you of my promises, guiding you even now. Perhaps your body no longer allows you to do all that you once did. Tasks once simple may now be burdensome. Steps once light may now be slow. But do not measure your worth by what you can or cannot do. Your greatest offering is not your productivity, but your presence with me. In your prayers, in your meditations, in your patient endurance, you are offering me worship. Your stillness, lived in faith, is as precious to me as the busiest service of your younger days. And yet, child, my presence does more than comfort. It strengthens. When fear of the future creeps in, my presence speaks courage. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. When anxiety stirs over health, over finances, over what tomorrow may bring, my presence steadies you. Be still and know that I am God. When sorrow presses heavily, my presence lifts you gently. I will never leave you, nor forsake you. I am not only beside you, I am within you, upholding you from within. Let this truth shape your days. You do not walk through them alone. Whether you wake in the morning or lie down at night, whether you sit in the stillness or venture into the noise of the world, I go with you. I am your keeper, your shade at your right hand, your shelter in storm, your shepherd who never abandons his sheep. Even when your strength feels small, mine is unending, and I gladly carry you. Beloved, I want you to practice my presence daily, not as a heavy duty, but as a gentle rhythm. When you wake, whisper my name and thank me for the gift of breath. As you move through your day, pause often and remember I am near. When loneliness comes, speak to me as you would to a friend, for I am listening. When night falls, rest in the assurance that I watch over you as you sleep. These small acts of awareness will strengthen you, weaving my presence into every moment until your heart knows without doubt. You are never alone. I also remind you of this. My presence in you is not only for your comfort, but for others. When you speak a kind word, when you offer a prayer for someone in need, when you share your wisdom, you are carrying my presence into their lives. Even in quiet years, you are still a bearer of my light. Your smile, your blessing, your testimony of faith, they shine brighter now because they are seasoned with years and softened by humility. Do not underestimate the power of simply being with others in my name. Your presence, joined with mine, carries eternal weight. In these later days, let peace be your strength. Let patience be your strength. Let trust be your strength. For the world around you may shift, your body may weaken, but my presence within you does not fade. It is the anchor that will hold you steady until the end. So come, beloved, lean upon me. When fear whispers, silence it with my word. When loneliness lingers, invite me deeper. When weariness comes, rest in me. I am not a guest in your life. I am your dwelling place. From your first breath to your last, I have been your home. And when the day comes that you must cross the threshold into eternity, my presence will not leave you. The strength you have known in glimpses will become fullness. The whispers you have cherished will become songs. The unseen companion will become the face you behold forever. For now, walk in quiet strength, knowing this: I am with you always, even to the end of the age. My beloved child, you may think your years of giving have passed, that the strength of your hands is not what it once was, that the days of building and striving are behind you. But hear me. As long as breath fills your lungs, you still carry gifts meant for this world. Do not measure your worth by youth or energy, for my kingdom is not built by the strong arms of the young alone, but also by the steady wisdom of the aged, by the prayers whispered in faith, by the blessings spoken in love. You are not finished. I did not shape your life merely for the past. Your remaining days hold purpose, and your presence on this earth continues to carry weight in ways you cannot always see. The world may rush by, celebrating only what is fast, new, and strong. But I see differently. I see the treasures of experience within you, the depth of compassion formed by sorrow, the endurance of faith refined by trials. These are not small things. These are riches that cannot be bought, and they are gifts I call you to give freely. Think of the wisdom you hold. Your journey has carried you through valleys and across mountaintops. You know what it means to endure disappointment, to rise again after failure, to celebrate victories, and to weep over losses. Younger generations often walk blindly into life, untested and uncertain. You, beloved, carry the gift of perspective, the ability to say, I have been there, and God was faithful. When you share your story, honestly, humbly, you plant seeds of courage in those who follow. Your testimony is a lantern for others walking in the dark. Do not keep silent. Let your wisdom shine. There is also the gift of blessing. Your words hold more power than you realize. When you speak encouragement to your children, to your grandchildren, to neighbors, to friends, your voice carries the weight of years. A blessing from your lips can calm fears, restore hope, and open hearts. Do not think you must leave behind great possessions to leave a legacy. The greatest inheritance you can give is the blessing of faith spoken over those you love. Speak it often. God is with you. He will not fail you. You are loved beyond measure. These words echo into eternity. And consider, too, the gift of forgiveness. Many families and friendships are bound by old wounds, unspoken hurts, walls built over time. But you, my child, can be the one who breaks the chains. When you offer forgiveness, or when you seek it, you release not only yourself but others into freedom. Your willingness to let go of grudges, to soften your heart, to speak words of reconciliation, that is a gift of immeasurable worth. Even if the other does not respond as you hope, your act of grace shines as a testimony of my love. Forgiveness given in your later years is like a seed planted at the edge of a harvest. It multiplies quickly, blessing generations yet to come. Do not overlook the gift of prayer. You may feel that your body is limited, that you cannot go where you once went or do what you once did. But prayer knows no boundaries. From your chair, from your bedside, from the stillness of your room, you can reach across oceans, into hospitals, into prisons, into the lives of your children and grandchildren. Every prayer you whisper in faith is heard in heaven and moves through the earth with power. Do you see, child? Even in silence, even in weakness, you are wielding a strength greater than armies. Never believe the lie that you are useless. Your prayers are shaping eternity. You also carry the gift of presence. Simply being here, walking faithfully through each day, is a testimony. When others see you continuing in faith, continuing in gratitude, continuing in hope despite hardships, they see me. Your endurance becomes their encouragement. Your gentleness becomes their comfort. Your steady faith becomes their example. You may not even notice the impact you make, but I assure you, others are watching, and they are strengthened by your quiet witness. And finally, my beloved, you carry the gift of love. Love is not diminished by age. In truth, it often grows richer, deeper, more tender. You know now how fleeting time is, how precious each soul is. Love freely, without hesitation. Hold hands, speak kindness, share laughter, offer patience. These small acts are not small at all. They ripple outward in ways you will never fully see. When you love, you reflect my very heart. And that is the greatest gift of all. Perhaps you wonder, Lord, what difference can I make now? Listen to me. Your impact is greater than you realize. The world does not measure correctly, but I do. I see the prayers you pray in secret, the forgiveness you extend in silence, the wisdom you pass on over coffee or at the kitchen table, the blessing you speak into a child's ear, the love you show with a gentle smile. These things will outlast the strongest monuments of men. They are eternal gifts, treasures stored in heaven, seeds that will bear fruit long after you are gone. So I call you, beloved, do not withdraw into thinking your work is over. Each day I give you is another chance to bless, to build, to sow. Do not say, I am too old, or it is too late. For as long as you walk this earth, I delight in using you. Let your remaining years be marked not by retreat, but by generosity of spirit. Give what only you can give. Your story, your blessing, your forgiveness, your prayer, your presence, your love. One day, when you step into my eternal presence, you will see what you could not see here. You will see the faces touched by your words, the lives changed by your prayers, the hearts softened by your forgiveness, the generations strengthened by your example. And you will rejoice, for you will know that nothing you gave in my name was wasted. So rise each morning with this prayer. Lord, show me today the gift I can give. And I will. Sometimes it will be a word, sometimes a prayer, sometimes a simple smile. Trust that I will place opportunities before you, and I will use you until your very last breath. My beloved child, you have walked a long road with me. You have remembered your story in my presence. You have learned to rest in my nearness. You have discovered the gifts still within your hands. Now I want to draw your gaze forward, to speak of what is yet to come, not with fear but with hope, not with dread, but with joy. For the path before you does not end in darkness. It opens into light. You feel the weariness of age. Your body no longer moves as it once did. Your strength wanes, and sometimes even your mind grows tired. This is not failure, beloved. It is part of the gentle turning of seasons. Just as autumn leaves fall to make way for spring, your body grows weaker to make way for renewal. You are not fading into nothingness. You are being prepared for transformation. These aches, these frailties, these limitations, they are but the last shadows before dawn. I know that thoughts of death can stir unease. The unknown seems vast and questions press heavy. What will it be like? Will I suffer? Will I be alone? Listen to me. You will not face that passage alone. I will be with you, as I have always been. Just as I walked with you in youth, just as I steadied you in grief, just as I whispered to you in silence, I will walk you through that final threshold. When your time comes, you will not slip into darkness but step into my arms. Do you remember how a child weary at day's end longs only for the safety of home? So it will be for you. Death is not the end, but the doorway into the home I have prepared. It is rest, beloved, rest from the labors and burdens of this world. It is renewal, the shedding of pain, of sorrow, of sin, of weakness, and the clothing of immortality. It is arrival, coming at last into the place your heart has longed for all along, though you may not have had words for it. I have prepared a place for you. My son spoke these words, and they remain true. In my Father's house are many rooms. I go to prepare a place for you, that where I am, you may be also. Do you see, child? You are not stepping into emptiness. You are coming home. A place has been made ready, personal, beautiful, filled with peace. Your name is known there. Your seat is reserved. Your welcome is assured. I want you to think not only of what you are leaving, but of what you are gaining. Here, life has been touched by sorrow, by brokenness, by loss. But there, sorrow will not follow. Here you have carried regrets and endured trials. But there, regret and trial will have no voice. Here, your body grows frail. But there, you will be renewed, clothed with strength and life unending. You will not be less yourself. You will be more fully who I created you to be, unhindered by sin or weakness, radiant with my glory. And yes, beloved, you will see those you miss. The ones who trusted me before you, they are alive in my presence even now. When you arrive, you will be welcomed with joy. No more separations, no more goodbyes, no more aching loneliness. The family of faith will surround you, and together you will worship, laugh, and rejoice without end. But most of all, you will see me. You will look upon the face of the one who has loved you from before you were born, who carried you through every season, who never let you go. You will see the scars in my son's hands, the marks of his love for you, and you will know with perfect clarity. I was worth it to him. I was chosen. I am loved forever. That moment will erase every doubt, every fear, every tear you ever carried. Until that day comes, I ask you to live with hope. Do not let fear of death steal the joy of the days you have left. Each sunrise is still a gift, each breath still a blessing. Walk in peace, not in dread. Use your days to love, to forgive, to bless, to testify. Let others see in you a faith that shines even as the evening draws near. For in this, you become a witness, not of despair, but of eternal hope. Beloved, I also want you to know this. It is not wrong to feel weary. It is not wrong to long for home. Many of my faithful ones before you have sighed with longing, saying, I desire to depart and be with Christ, which is far better. This desire is not despair. It is the natural pull of eternity on your soul. You were made for me, and your spirit knows that. But whether I give you many days yet or only a few, trust me, every day has purpose. Every breath still matters. And when your appointed time comes, you will not be one moment too late or too early. My hand holds your times.